Okay, so what I'm going to show you is how to create a cut crease eyeshadow look. So firstly what we're going to do is I'm just going to apply an eye base. So you can do an eyeshadow base or a concealer as your base, but you do need to cover the whole eye. And I'm using this P. Louise eye base. Okay, you close your eye for me. So we're going to pat this on. So it's a little bit thicker than normal because we are going to be putting eyeshadow over the whole eye. Another tip would be to put some tape here on an angle. That way when you do your winged liners or any of your eyeshadows, when you peel the tape off, you've already got a nice neat line, so you haven't got to worry about that afterwards. Okay, so once you've got your base on, we're going to use 3 colours to graduate the eyeshadow before we cut the crease. We're going to use some reds and browns. Okay, so the first colour we're going to apply is the lightest colour, which is just going to be our light brown. And this you're applying with a fluffy brush. You don't need to worry about putting it too low down because we're going to be covering that anyway when we cut the crease. So just really blend it close up to the eyebrow. We're going to go in with our red. And again applying over the whole eye, kind of not quite to lashes again, but at least halfway down and up again towards the brow. So just gradually building up the colour. But what you want is the darkest bit to be in the crease and then it gradually fading out. Okay, so now I'm going to go with my darkest colour, which is going to be a dark brown. And this is going all on the lid up to the crease. So you do need to spend quite a bit of time blending all the colours together. Just going with a clean brush now just to really blend. Okay, so once you're happy with your eyeshadows blended, you're then going to go in and this is the part that's what she actually called like the cut crease, because you're literally cutting the crease, so you want to be able to see the crease back in the eye again. Okay, if you're ready for me, just turn to me. Check that's okay. Okay, back to the middle. Right, so again, what we're going to use is the same base that we had on previously. So your eye base, or use a concealer. And you're going to use a flat brush. And then this is going all over the eye again, like you did before, but we're covering the eyeshadow. What you want to do is get as neat as you can edge. It doesn't have to be too neat, because if you're going to add eyeshadow or glitter, then that will cover it, but just getting a neat edge into the crease. Just a slightly smaller brush. Okay, if you open your eye for me, so you can see, you want to be able to see it just slightly above where the natural crease line would be. Gently keep patting that on until that's nice and light, this area now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is pop a light colour over the top of the shadow. So just gently patting it on all up to the crease. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of a light brown to the outer edge. So once you've cut your crease, you can do whatever colours you want here. You can do bright colours, you could fill it with glitter, completely up to you. I'm going to leave it lighter just so you can see. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a shimmer to this half of the eye, half where we haven't got any eyeshadow, only the light eyeshadow. So next we're going to do some winged liner. So open right for me. So you can see we've already created the winged shape, so we're just going to do some black liner across the bottom now. And you can use a gel liner for this, matte black track. So you're going to start thinner and getting thicker as you get to the edge. Right, so we're just going to do our wing. So again, following the line, I'm just going to flick out up towards the end of the eyebrow. Now we've got our winged liner, we're going to add a little bit of glitter liner in the crease. So we're going to use a gold. So I'm just going to use a small brush for this. And we're just literally going along the crease here. And close, and add a little bit more. You can use your glitter liner straight from the tube, so it'll be quicker. I'm just using a little brush. We're also going to pop a little bit of glitter in the corner of the eye here. Okay, stick to me 1 second. Okay, and back to the middle. Right, so next we're going to pop on a false lash. Some glue. I'm just using the black duo glue. Okay, look straight ahead for me 1 sec. Okay, cool. Looking down again. So you want to make sure you've got some mascara on as well beforehand. Open your eye. Okay, cool. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of mascara just to blend in Elise's eyelashes with the false ones. Okay, I'm going to start off applying our lighter brown, so look up for me. And then a little bit of the red. I'm just going to blend that out with a little brush. And then a tiny bit of the darker brown right next to the lash line. And again blending that out. And we're just going to finish off by putting some eyeliner in Elise's waterline. Okay, and that's how to do a cut crease eyeshadow look.